Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be on these DIY all the time canvas moon phases. So let's begin. You first want to start by making your templates. Now the perfect household item I found to make this is just a lid. So it's perfect for making all phases of the moon. So here I am just using the lid to continue making the crescent moon shape, or phase I should say. And you can also use it for your half moon and your full moon. Then you just want to trace it and cut it out on some cardboard paper. We just had an old donut box laying around, so that's what I used here. Now let's start painting. Now the best tip I can give you here is layers. So you don't want to start off with such a heavy hand. You want to start with a lot of thin layers and kind of work and build your way up to create more of a texture than a just plain white blob. I did also use a photo reference when it came to painting the moon, just because I knew that there were some shades that were lighter and darker than others. So as you can see here, I'm going more heavy-handed on the right side of the moon than I am on the left. So my strategy is basically to keep the right side of the moon very bright and white, as well as all along the edges of my template as well, but keeping that left side a little bit darker to add more dimension to the moon. And like I mentioned, don't forget to brighten up the outer edges of the moon. And here you have your full moon. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love the way my full moon came out. Next, I'm just going to fast forward through the rest of the moon phases, which is basically the crescent moon and the half moon. And the basic concept I'm going to continue on with the other 4 phases is basically the same tip, where you just kind of want to start with a light hand and just kind of work your way up to create those layers, and just focusing on brightening up those edges just to add more dimension to the moon and just have it kind of fade out as well. So here you have your crescent moon. And then next is your half moon. Again, just kind of focus really heavy around the edges and then kind of fade out as you go. One thing I did have to go back to do is blending it. As you can see, the outer edges of my half moon, there's a pretty thick obvious line there where it doesn't fade and blend off nicely to the rest of the moon. So I actually did go back and fix those just because I wanted to blend very well, and I didn't want the layers to be so noticeable. Now this is just an option that I actually love the way it came out. So as soon as the white paint dried, I just added a thick layer of glow-in-the-dark paint. There you have your canvas moon phases. I placed mine on top of my headboard and I absolutely love the way it looks. Alright, well thanks for watching everyone, and please subscribe.